Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Monday, the 12th of March, and we are glad to present you our weekly analytical review of the foreign exchange market. The Euro-USD pair showed mixed dynamics last week. First, the quotes reached the level of 1.2445, but after the meeting of the ECB, corrected to the area of 1.23, where they are at present. If the breakout of the midline of Bollinger Bands at 1.2335 is possible, growth can continue to levels of 1.2445 and 1.25. Otherwise, the decline to 1.2240 and 1.2150 may resume. Technical indicators do not provide a clear signal. A MACD histogram is at the zero line, its volumes are insignificant. Stochastic tries to turn upwards. As for the economic statistics, one should also pay attention to the data on the Consumer Price Index and industrial production for the US and Eurozone countries. Generally, the continuation of the price rise in case of breakout the level of 1.2335 seems probable. Last week, the pair GBP-USD rose to the midline of Bollinger Bands, then corrected to 1.38 and is now rising again. The consolidation of the price above the level of 1.39 will allow the quotations to rise to 1.3980 and 1.41 marks. Otherwise, the decline to the bottom line of Bollinger Bands to 1.3730 area is possible. Technical indicators do not provide a clear signal. A MACD histogram is at the zero line, its volumes are insignificant. Stochastic is turning upwards. Fundamental events of the week include the development of the situation around Brexit. Generally, the continued growth in case of breakout of the level of 1.39 seems possible, but one cannot exclude the resumption of decline. Last week, the pair USD-JPY increased to the level of 106.90, which coincides with Fibon's correction 61.8%. If it is broken through, one may expect further growth to 107.90 and 109. Consolidation of the price below the level of 106.20 will give the prospect of a decline to the level of 105.20. Technical indicators do not provide a clear signal. Bollinger Bands are pointing downwards. Stochastic turns down near the overbought zone. A MACD histogram is reduced in the negative zone. Fundamental events of the week include the publication of the minutes of the last meeting of the Bank of Japan and statistics on the volume of industrial production. Generally, the resumption of decline in case of breakdown of the level of 106.20 seems more likely. Last week, the pair AUD-USD grew and has now risen above the 0.7850 mark, which coincides with the Fibon correction 23.6%. Further growth is possible to the levels of 0.7910 and 0.7965. A reverse breakdown of the level of 0.7850 and the middle line of Bollinger Bands will give the prospect of further decline to 0.7750 and 0.7690. Technical indicators generally indicate the continued growth of quotations. A MACD histogram is about to move to the positive zone and to form a buy signal. Stochastic entered the overbought zone but is directed upwards. Fundamental events of the week include the Australian Business Sentiment Index and the quarterly RBA Bulletin. Generally, the continuation of the growth seems probable, but one cannot exclude the resumption of a decline in case of breakdown of the level of 0.7850. Last week, quotes of gold rose to around 1340, but then adjusted to 1322 mark and have the potential for further decline to the levels of 1313 and 1300. Breakout of the middle line of Bollinger Bands around the 1330 mark will give the prospect of growth of quotes to levels of 1340 and 1350. Technical indicators give mixed signals. A MACD histogram is around the zero line, its volumes are insignificant. Stochastic is directed downwards. Generally, the continuation of decline is possible, but one cannot exclude the resumption of growth in case of the breakout of the 1330 mark. That's all for today, and good luck with your trading.